So there are actually certain things that we do in life that give us so much joy in the process of doing it, not for us to get anywhere because of it. What are the things like that for you? You just enjoy the process of doing it every day.
I love writing.
Okay.
I love the process of writing. In fact, I think writing saved me.
Okay.
I don't think I would be alive if writing was not there. Because, like I said, if for 17 years you want to become a filmmaker, the path I found was okay. I'll write my scripts and then pitch them and hope that somebody makes them, or I get some actors for it. Which didn't happen so much. Very very few times it happened. But it is writing that kind of suffice the creative need to express. Because as a trainer, as a teacher, it is creative, but it is not creative at a very personal level. It is more in the space of being a giver and a healer, and that kind of a space where my own creative juices are not
Flowing.
being expressed.
Yeah.
Which writing allowed me that. So every time I used to finish a script, or even not just finished, every time I wrote a script, I used to feel worthy. Like when I've written my 4-5 hours for the day, I felt worthy for that day, that I have I've made something for today, whether it is 5 pages or 10 pages.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So when it comes to creativity, this is what I've believed about great musicians, including A.R. Rahman, Ilaiyaraaja, and everyone. You tune yourself to something and you have a download of energy that is coming. Is that true even for writing?
Yes, it is. But even in that process, your ego can sometimes come in the way.
Okay.
You may want to write something that will sell, or you may want to create something that is good. And if you start with that thought and feeling, the likelihood of it reaching where it's meant to, it won't happen. Whereas if you just sit and write with no expectation, no outcome, no desire, no particular way of seeing it, then the chances of something more beautiful and more truthful happening will be there.
When you do things, not just writing, anything, for the joy of doing it rather than the outcome, you enjoy the process and the outcome is naturally good.
It's better.
Is better. Oh, okay.
Not necessarily good, but
Okay.
better than the otherwise.
Okay. So now that we're speaking about creativity, we all have creative blocks. So my question is, creative blocks truly an absence of ideas, or is it resistance of facing something deeper within ourselves?
It's the second. It's the resistance to something that is not resolved within. Always. I think creative blocks are directly linked to, more often than not, lack of belief in self. More often than not.
Okay.
Because if you believed, you would do. And when you do, you are already creating, whether it is good or bad. But when you're questioning that whole process, even before starting or while you're doing it, then you are the one coming in the way of it. You know how they say writer's block. I sit and I stare at my blank page for 2 hours and nothing happens. It's because we are starting with just so much expectation and so much particular way of it panning out or reaching somewhere, that we just get so paralyzed with that outcome that we don't even write the first word. Whereas, what were you supposed to do for that day? Just write the first thought that comes in your head. Maybe that's all that was needed. Then there's no writer's block, right? Write whatever. Write 2 pages which you will never use in your life. Write 100 pages that you'll never use in your life. They will never end up in a book or in a screenplay. But those 100 pages will give you something.
Literally, this is what Bhagavad Gita talks about. The more attached you are to an outcome, the more miserable you are.
Yes.
The less attached we are to anything in life, the more free we are.
Yes.
And the more free we are, we have more energy to create in life. Wow.
You can actually literally summarize life in just 3-4 sentences. One is not to have identities, not to have attachments. And one is to not be in resistance and to be in acceptance and to surrender. I think just between these 5 words, 90% of life is summarized. Literally.
Hmm. So while you're saying this, I'm thinking about myself in my early 20s, how much I wanted people to perceive me a specific way and how much I've gone out of my way to do things for people. It was such a burden. And I believe people also sense that energy about you.
Yes.
When I want to be liked more by you, you like less.
Yes.
And when I really am nonchalant about it, I'm like, I like it is not even coming from a space of I like myself, because people who genuinely like themselves are not thinking, do I like myself or do I not like myself? They're genuinely doing what they want to do. And that energy is very attractive.
Yeah.